What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought that we were not going to get this news. I'm really hyped. I just got out of a little conversation with one of my friends. We were just talking for a little while. Listen, boys, I've lost my voice, so if it sounds a little like it's cutting out or something, yeah, I'm going to be taking some sips of some water. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I know so many. Thank you if I'm the first person you're hearing about this from right now. We're gonna just go on a whole ramble and talk about a lot of this, so you know, this isn't gonna be rapid fire stuff. It might eventually turn into that, but you guys know me. We got a lot of information coming our way from Fallout 76, and it is great news. As Maddie said on Twitter, you know, it is some of the best news we've seen, people talking about Fallout 76 in a really positive way since pretty much ever, you know. It's always been negative news about Fallout 76, and finally we get something great. So a lot of you guys didn't believe me when I said that there was a potential for, you know, raids coming to Fallout 76, and I do admit, I guess maybe the title was a little clickbait. A lot of you guys disliked it. Whatever though, I mean, here it is. There are raids confirmed to be coming to Fallout 76. We'll get into that in just a second. But there is a lot of news that Bethesda has just released to us. So they put out a roadmap. This is something that we have needed so bad. A lot of games have been doing this lately, releasing roadmaps, and it's a great thing to do. Call of Duty just released their roadmap for Black Ops 4 pretty recently, talking about their whole DLC season. I remember Destiny did one a few months ago, I believe, and the community was very, very happy about that. Now Fallout 76, Bethesda gave us one right here, a roadmap for 2019. So hopefully we get more roadmaps coming in like 2020 and stuff. Hopefully this game can live on, and I would imagine it will live on into 2020 because there is a third vault which is not going to be opened yet, as it seems, because there are 3 other vaults that we haven't discovered or we haven't been inside of yet in Fallout 76, and 2 of them will be opening for raids seemingly in the same at the same exact time. Either way though, we're going to get straight into this. So a bit of good news from Bethesda straight up before we even get into the new content. They did say that their server stability has increased over 300% since launch, so that is really, really good. A bit of bad news though that I want to talk about, since, you know, you have to have your good and evil in the video. It is very unfortunate, and hopefully it does get resolved. If you guys didn't hear, there was a person who was temporarily, quote-unquote, temporarily permanently banned at the same time. I don't know. They said they put a temporary ban on him, but until like a patch was released, the patch got released and he's still banned. So I guess he's still permanently, he's banned. The dude's banned. Either way though, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this guy has over like 900 hours in Fallout 76, probably even more than that because the in-game hour counter doesn't even really work that properly. But either way, the dude has over 900 hours put into Fallout 76, and he got pretty much permanently banned for the time being, unless it's, you know, resolved as of now, just for the fact that he was switching ammo between his characters, and I think that's pretty upsetting, and I really hope that gets resolved, because, I mean, hey, listen, the game gets a bad rep already, and this guy is willing to put in so much time and effort and love into the game. I bet he's pretty devastated. I mean, putting that much time into a game just to be banned, I mean, hopefully his second account is still up and running and he's good on there, but I don't know. I didn't look too far into it, but either way, that's what's going on right there. Let's jump straight into the roadmap. We have Fallout 76 2019 roadmap. There are 3 little seasons to it. There's Wild Appalachia coming in the spring, Nuclear Winter coming in the summer, and then Wastelanders coming in fall. That might have, Wastelanders might have people a little, I don't know, this seems, we'll get into that. Either way, Wild Appalachia, this is releasing in spring. We're coming up onto this one. It's going to start in March. So we have new quests: Sheer Terror, uncover the encrypted, in a new series of quests and encounters to separate monsters from myth. So that seems like there's going to be a new, well, cryptid monster in the game. There's going to be a whole quest line with that, seemingly. Take a sip of water, man. Yeah, it seems pretty awesome right there. You know, who wouldn't like a new cryptid coming our way? There's a new quest, a bunch of new quests coming. We have Ever Upwards, journey to the deepest riches of the woods with new stories for the legendary Pioneer Scouts. Earn merit badges, climb the ranks, and earn a customizable backpack for increased utility. So that one seems pretty cool. You're gonna get a backpack. Hopefully that means more storage space, more carry capacity on your character. But I think that might, if I'm seeing this correctly, they did have an image with it as well, and it was a person with a legitimate backpack on them. And it looks really nice. The backpack does look cool, very nice design. But it does seem, from what I'm getting, I don't think it would be compatible with power armor. Like your regular pieces of armor do get removed from you when you enter a piece of power armor. I think that when you get inside of your power armor with the backpack on, and maybe if it does increase your storage space on your, you know, your carry capacity, I feel like when you put the power armor suit on, you're gonna lose that effect. So I feel like that's something that we should keep in mind going forward with that one, but it's definitely awesome. There's also new features for a legendary vendor and scrapping. So locate the mysterious purveyor to exchange and scrap your unwanted legendary items for new legendary gear. That is awesome. We're going to be able to scrap our legendary, like, we drop so many nukes on the White Springs, and I always go there and I go into the crafting room of the White Springs Resort, and you always see, like, just, what are they, sandwich bags of just a bunch of unwanted legendaries, and people usually could sell them to vendors if they don't want them either. And yeah, this is just, it brings a whole new meaning to the legendary grind. It's definitely awesome. Once again, sorry for my voice. I'm losing my voice, guys. Either way, there's new features for the camp as well. So you could use items from your stash to decorate your camp. So sort of like you could place down static objects, it seems. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Definitely really cool. You guys have seen me, if you've watched my previous mod videos, you've seen me cover mods like these where you can place down objects and you won't be able to bump into them and have them flying off a shelf, and it'll just be for, you know, aesthetic purposes, and it'll look really nice in your camp. So that's cool. Player vending, so you could build a vending machine and flag items for sale in your camp. So that's awesome. That is a great feature for people who want to be merchants in the game. This definitely could revive a lot of the all of these features combined is definitely going to revive the player base. I'm getting into it way more now. The hype has definitely brought me back into this. I can't wait. And then there's also the camera that you're going to be able to use as well. I guess it's going to be slightly different than the photo mode. You're going to be able to move around with it and stuff like that. There's new features called brewing and distilling. Go on a new quest to discover the secrets of the forbidden brew Nuka Shine and bring the party back to your camp with a new brewing and distilling systems and recipes. So I'm thinking maybe it's going to be something similar but more advanced and in-depth with how they did it with Nuka World, how you can create different type of Nuka Cola mixes and stuff like that. I think it might be something along the lines of that. Once again, it's probably going to be way more in-depth, though. It says Nuka Shine, so I'm guessing it's going to be very similar, but we'll have to wait and see with that. New seasonal event, which is the Fanschnacht Parade. I don't know how to pronounce it. Chase away Old Man Winter and quicken the coming of spring with the ancient festival of Fanschnacht. Join the celebration and complete this new limited time event to earn unique rewards in the form of festive Fanschnacht masks. So that's going to be very interesting to check out. And there's going to be the new game mode, Survival. Now, when I first saw this, I knew there was going to be a new PvP mode, but I didn't think that this was it. Just by the name, I only heard that there was going to be a new game mode, Survival. I thought that maybe they realized that the survival aspect of Fallout 76 wasn't as extreme as we've had it in previous entries, so I thought they were going to upscale it in a new mode. But this is actually a new PvP mode, which is really great. So there's higher stakes. It's fewer restrictions, increased rewards, a new challenge, and plus all of the original content of the adventure mode, which is, I guess, the main mode that we all play in. And this is great because I like to get on Fallout 76 every now and then, and I like to challenge people to PvP with me. And people usually don't really like to do it, and when they do it, it only lasts for, like, I kill you, you kill me, and that's it. Like, they don't really like to keep it going. I like to keep going at it. I find that fun. You know, it's pretty cool to PvP in Fallout 76. I kind of enjoy it. Especially just going up against people with different types of legendary weapons and getting to test that out on people. I think that's pretty awesome. So the fact that there's a dedicated mode for people like myself that like to go into it, and I'm sure there's going to be a whole new leveling system in there. I would imagine you're going to start a new character in there so that everything is fresh. And, you know, from the ground up. This is what I'm guessing. I'm not 100%. And yeah, you could have your PvP character and things will be pretty good from there. I'm not exactly sure though. But then there's the Nuclear Winter release in the summer 2019. The new game mode is going to be Nuclear Winter, an entirely new way to play Fallout 76, completely changing the rules of the Wasteland. Now, I think, personally, I don't think that this is going to be like a Nuclear Winter where it's going to be like literally ash, which would be what a nuclear winter is, like falling from the sky, where it covers the ground and makes it look like snow. I think it's going to be a nuclear winter in the sense of maybe everyone has nuclear key cards on them already, and it's just way easier to drop nukes. Like, if that's the case, I really feel like there's going to be a backlash in the future coming from that, because we already know what happened when the person dropped the 3 nukes at once in the same location. It crashed the server, so we're going to have to see what they're planning on doing with this in the future, how they're going to balance it, but I really believe that this is going to be... I feel like it's going to be a way to get faster nukes. It's going to be some new game mode where you're just going to be constantly nuking, or actually, now that I think about it, maybe the whole map is just a complete nuked zone, you know? Maybe the whole entire map is just a nuclear zone, you know? Just high radiation and high level enemies. I don't know, we'll have to see about that one. New Vault Raids, Vault 96 and 94 opening. For our most seasoned players, test your strength in all new high-level group Vault Raids. Now, I really hope that this is something similar to how Destiny has it, where in Destiny, if you want to do some missions, you can go head out with a group of 4 people. I think it's... Oh no, it's 4 on your fire. It's 3 on your fire team, excuse me. So you can head out with 3 people. But with a raid, you have to double that. You have to have 6 people on a raid in Destiny, so that the challenge is increased. So I hope that they really do something similar to how Destiny has it, where, you know, you could have 4 people per squad on Fallout or team. I hope that with the raids, you know, not the whole server can't go in at once. I hope that, like, that's not a thing. I hope maybe, like, there's a limit and it'll be its own separate world space, like how on Destiny has it, where you can, you know, go in with a maximum of, like, maybe 8 people in this, and it's an extreme challenge for the really seasoned people. And there are really high tier rewards. That's really, that's what I would really like to see. And I really hope that when these raids release, I really hope we see some completely unique enemies, not anything reskinned for bosses. I really hope that there is some, you know, entirely new, you know, not a Scorch Beast Queen, you know, reskinned into something else, or an entirely unique boss that we get to fight. That is, we've never seen this type of model of character in the game. I really hope that would be something that happens. That would be really cool. And unique legendary effects that you can only get in the vaults would be awesome to get as well. New feature, legendary players. An all-new prestige system will allow players above level 50 to become legendary, resetting their characters with all new, more powerful abilities. So maybe we get some more permanent mutations that are different. I'm guessing the abilities would be similar to mutations. I don't know, that's just how I'm seeing it happening. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go down. We'll have to see. It's pretty easy to get to level 50 if you're, you know, if you're not just a person who just gets on Fallout, you know. If you're a dedicated Fallout player and you like to play the game, it's pretty easy to get to level 50. So we'll see what happens with that. And then the Wastelanders season will come out in the fall 2019, and this one is something that they haven't really touched on, but it says for the description, embark on a tale with true choices and consequences in Wastelanders. Our biggest and most ambitious update for Fallout 76, Wastelanders will include a new main questline, main features, new events, and even more surprises. Now, I don't want to get my hopes up. Maybe you guys will. It says Wastelanders. I think this could mean that we will see maybe the Overseer. I think maybe we could see the Overseer as an NPC. But I feel like people are going to start assuming that we will see the whole entire wasteland get repopulated. I don't think that that's going to happen. I really, really don't think that that will happen. But I think select people will enter the wasteland. I think I follow the lore of the Overseer from Vault 76. I don't think that she's dead. Someone please do let me know in the comments if any audio logs had led us to hear about the Overseer actually end up dying. I don't think she did end up dying, so I think we could have a potential of finding her if they do release, you know, NPCs in the Wasteland. I feel like there could be some, since they're saying it's their like most ambitious one. But I don't know. That's all I have on it. I don't want to dive too deep into it. NPCs could be coming to the Wasteland. There are already NPCs in some form. You know, we have, and it's bare bones. That's why I feel like this could, you know, they have it where there could be NPCs because there are certain NPCs in the Wasteland already in the form of like vendors, but that's it. It's bare bones, you know, you can only go to them to trade. So maybe we will see NPCs where it's sort of like how there is in ESO, where they'll go up to you and they'll tell you something, but your character doesn't even have a voice. We'll see. I feel like they should introduce something like ESO has it, though. That would be pretty awesome. Either way, though, it's looking really, really great for Fallout 76. A lot of positivity is coming from a lot of people now regarding this game. So I hope a lot of you guys are more interested into getting back into the game if you've decided like, hey, I don't like this game. I don't want to play it anymore. I played it and I'm bored now, you know? Hopefully this might revive your energy. I don't know. Hopefully this makes you want to play it again. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say. I really wanted to get this out there because, boys, I predicted the future. Raids are coming, and people doubted me, you know? I'm sorry, I gotta brag. But no, all jokes aside, it's looking good. I'm honestly really glad that they are listening to the feedback of the community. You know, they could have just said, you know what, screw this, we're gonna go work on our next project. We're gonna go work on Starfield and, you know, rework a lot of things with the engine and fix things up, and they're probably still doing that. But they're not entirely devoting all of their assets and team to Starfield. They still have people dedicated and working on Fallout 76. They are dedicated to this because they do see that there is a community that still cares. And I'm glad that they're doing that. So, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Are you hyped for the new, you know, release of information? Are you going to get back into playing the game? If you haven't touched the game yet, will this maybe make you want to touch the game now? Maybe when the raids release? I feel like when the raids come out, that's going to be the time when people might really start coming back. I'm definitely looking forward to that. It's going to be a while from now. You know, that's months from now, but I'm glad that it gives them time to work on things and still, you know, continue to update the game and, you know, patch things out. The stash has been raised by double since release. Now it's at 800 instead of the original 400, so that's also a good thing, and I'm sure it might get raised to maybe even 1,000 in the future. So that is great news coming from Fallout 76. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section. I'm going to get out of here because my voice is giving out. I'm sorry, guys. I've been talking way too much today. And yeah, that's it from me. We'll see how things go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.